The Growth Programme Board for England met today, the 24th of March. I'll cover a few of the items that are of particular interest for universities before looking at some of the general headlines for the programmes. So firstly, devolution. This was a verbal item, so you won't have seen it in the papers that we circulated last week. The budget had 3 new devolution deals announced for East Anglia, Greater Lincolnshire and the West of England. As before, the new devolution deals that are getting announced, part of the proposed deal is intermediate body status for those areas. The operational programmes will need to be amended to reflect this. It's an understatement to say there are complex geographies involved, and this was acknowledged at today's meeting. Guidance is being produced on how combined authorities and intermediate bodies will interact with LEP geographies. The message here is that there'll need to be a will from all of the LEPs that are involved within a combined authorities geography. Our representative on the board, Professor John Latham, mentioned the importance of aligning funding between different streams to ensure a match is available and to align the windows of funding and to not treat ESIF in isolation here. Secondly, subcommittees are beginning to be formed, which is positive. We've been mentioning these at previous meetings, and it's good to see that the Committee for Communications has already met. The SME subcommittee is due to meet soon. The Innovation subcommittee has shifted in focus somewhat and is now more strategic than operational. It is looking at things such as alignment with the science and innovation audits. The more operational focus will remain with the growth delivery teams, the local ESIF subcommittees and the Smart Specialisation Advisory Hub when it comes to operational aspects of innovation. Thirdly, some issues that the sector raised have been followed up with the Secretariat and with the managing authorities. Some issues include some confusion in local areas as to the use of the simplified 25% overheads and people being asked to justify alignment with Horizon 2020. We've also produced a separate video on this, which you can find in the stream on this page. Also, some areas being asked to submit a full application within 3 months of the outline application being approved, and issues that this new time frame is causing. We're following that up. And opt-ins causing some LEP areas to miss their targets. This is something also that we're following up. Fourthly, delays in funding agreements and grant letters being submitted. Again, this is something that we've raised before at the national meetings. The update provided today was that for the ERDF programme there have been £72.6 million worth of funding agreements have been issued. Next meeting there'll be more detail provided on these, broken down by area, by priority access and geographic area. For technical assistance there have been 6 funding agreements issued so far, with more to follow. Overall, for technical assistance with the ERDF there's a 38% approval rate for the applications. We'll see more funding agreements from the earlier rounds being issued in the coming days and weeks. For ESF, these are also beginning to be released now, with a few each day, and technical assistance ESF bids, funding agreements are being issued. They're on their way. So overall programme headlines. For ERDF, 58% of the programme has been committed. This overall total was 45% in December, so we're seeing quite rapid progress. That's now at 58%. Broken down by priority access, 71% of PA Priority Access 1, that's the innovation one, has now been allocated. Considering we're in a 7-year programme, this is a really positive figure, with 71% allocated. And I think it reflects very well on the university sector, who of course are heavily involved in innovation projects. Financial instruments are progressing well. These are up to around 486 million, including a significant Northern Powerhouse Investment Fund. For ESF, progress is also good, but it's somewhat more patchy. Some areas looking at their total commitment of less than 25%, So these will be prioritised in the next round of calls. So that's the sort of headlines from today's meeting. We'll continue to keep you updated on the various issues that we're liaising with managing authorities with. The next meeting is in June, and we'll provide an update then and circulate the papers in advance.